Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 66th Annual AEA International Trade Show and Convention. Who are first-time attendees to this conference? They're probably the ones standing against the wall. All right, could you stand up, please? Let's have some recognition to the first-timers that are at the convention. Welcome to the AEA family, because this really is a family. I attended my first AEA convention in 1995, and now, some 28 years later, I can look out into this audience and I see so many amazing friends and partnerships that I have made, and it truly is an honor to have the opportunity to come back each year and to connect with each of you, and of course, make some new friends. But I also look to this industry event for what's next. And first and foremost, as I mentioned, I'm looking to make some new friends personally. So that's the first thing. Second, I like to see where our industry is going and growing. And you'll see what that is, and it'll be evident by the 30-plus presenters that are going after myself. And then lastly, our company, Gogo Business Aviation, we look to see how we can continue to increase our partnerships with you, the AEA dealers that install, certify our products and services, and this is the opportunity for us to do that. So let's show a quick video, and then we'll continue. So Mike Adamson, in his opening remarks, spoke about the necessity for us to plan for the future as an industry. And when it comes to connectivity, we need to start planning now based on the demand. And you may ask, what does now and next mean to the team at Gogo? Or what does now and next mean to you, our partners? And what does it mean to our customers, our mutual customers? The Gogo mission is to enhance the lives of passengers and the efficiency of operators with the world's best business aviation in-flight connectivity, entertainment, and customer support. And it's because of that partnership with you, we're dedicated to that partnership to providing the world's best business aviation connectivity on the planet. And best is based on the mission of that decision maker. And that decision maker may choose to make decisions based on value, they make decisions based on performance, and we have solutions for all. So it all starts and ends with the AVANCE platform. And the AVANCE platform, the best way to think about it, it's a software-centric operating system. And you may recognize these devices. There is a software-centric operating system on that, and our company chose to move from a connectivity pipe to a software-centric operating system. And the components of that, first is productivity. We want to connect the passengers and the crews with their digital world. We look to efficiency, and we not only want to connect the cabin, but we also want to offer integration to third-party ops. We want to have integrated in-flight entertainment and connectivity. And then there's the confidence aspect of it. In order to provide world-class connectivity, we have to have the ability to support that. And with cloud-based technical support, with automatic software updates. That's how confidence comes into play. And then control. If you've not met the Dash in-flight connectivity solution that we offer with the advanced platform, we'd like to talk to you at the booth about that. And finally, performance. Performance is paramount, and that means we have to connect our passengers with the connectivity networks of today and the connectivity networks of tomorrow. Gogo Advance is in-flight connectivity entertainment's smartest platform. And to prove that, let's first talk about what I announced about a year ago at this convention. We announced that we had reached a milestone in the amount of connected flights with the installed and in-service advanced products that you all have installed as our partners, and that was the 1 million connected flights. That took 55 months. We launched Advance in August of 2017. It took 55 months, about 4.5 years to reach the million mile mark. So today, I am proud to announce that in less than 13 months, and again, this is based on you, our partners, in the installations, the quality installations, the certifications that you have done, we have hit another milestone of over 1.5 million flights. So a round of applause for all our partners that have installed that. And with that, of course, it comes to the amount of aircraft that you have touched to install those products and certify them and return them to service. We have now reached the milestone of over 3,400 advanced systems that are installed and flying, and that is about 2,200 plus L5s, advanced L5s, and 1,200 L3s. So let's talk a little bit about data. And again, when I mentioned that Mike's comments about preparing for the future, the demand that we're seeing in our network based on the flight or the aircraft that you have connected is tremendous. And let me give you a little statistics here. On a single day, our in-flight connectivity systems provide over 4,500 connected flights in a single day in North America. We connect over 21 million unique devices in that single day and have over 2.5 million internet sessions. And that's as it stands today, of course. So where do you think data in that amount of data that was consumed was 5 years ago? So here are productivity apps. I think everyone recognizes that. In the graph that you see before you, you may notice just a bit of a dip in the middle of it. Anyone venture to guess what that was? A little pandemic we had? Okay, so the COVID dip, as it is in the amount of data consumed, is evident on the graph in the last 5 years. But what is important is COVID has driven a lot of other things that are leading to that necessity to upgrade and to invest in connectivity solutions to meet the future demands of our customers. Web browsing, again, continued growth. The younger community, and last year at the New Product Introductions, if you're here, you saw one of the slides we had talked about the segmentation of the generations and who's actually flying on aircraft now. And this speaks to it with the amount of web browsing that continues and the demand that is there. COVID also caused high net worth individuals to take a second look at business aviation, which I think we're all reaping the benefits of in the fact that they decided now that I don't need to fly first class, I need to move to business aviation. What that is doing, of course, is again driving that necessity of more features and functionality and the demand that comes along with that. How many TikTokers do we have out there? These social media apps, aside from TikTok, what you think about social media, and again, COVID, we had so many people with doing their job remotely, that drove the internet utilization, streaming video, et cetera, upwards. And that speaks to that as well. This is actual data that was over the last 5 years on our network. And then finally, even audio streaming. The conclusion is, of course, that people want to do what they do on the ground, they want to do it in the air, and we need to prepare. Anyone recognize this? So this morning, I forgot my phone in my room, so I had to run back to my room. and my Apple Watch blew up from the amount of steps it took to, of course, go back and forth to the room multiple times. But everyone has one of these, right? All right, well, we have some volunteers. Mike has asked that if we collect these phones to make sure everyone pays attention for all the new product introductions, they're going to collect those. So if you just go ahead and put them in the basket, and then you can collect them out when you go outside, at the end of the conference. I'm just kidding. My point with this is everyone has that. Does anyone have a phone that looks like this? Technology needs to be updated. It needs to be upgraded. It needs to meet the demands of the future. And when we live in a world where our lives live on our devices, it's very important. And I mentioned that with the advanced product line that you all helped us to grow the in-service aircraft, we also have a classic air-to-ground line that we have been installing together since 2008. And I show that phone, of course, because that's not what your phone looked like in 2008. It was a BlackBerry, probably, with that little flashing, annoying red light. But that equipment, that legacy equipment, we still have over 3,000 of those systems in service. And we're very proud as a company, between those systems and the advanced systems, we currently represent over 80% of the aircraft that are connected in North America today. But it also leads to an opportunity, of course, because while we have 80% of that connected community today, over 70% globally of business aviation aircraft do not have in-flight connectivity. It's a tremendous opportunity. But let's go back to the legacy equipment and this phone. So with the fact that we've been installing classic air-to-ground systems, ATG 5000s, ATG 4000s, 2000, 1000s that many of you have installed and certified, we made an announcement on January 1st that we are going to transition that network, that licensed network, to the latest LTE technology. And with that presents opportunity, because those 3,000 plus aircraft, after the next 36 months, which is actually now 33 months, they will need an upgrade to the latest hardware in the aircraft, the advanced platform. And that presents a tremendous opportunity for you, our partners, and the AEA members that install and certify our products. So over 3,000 aircraft in the next 33 months will need to move from that classic air-to-ground system into the advanced platform. And we're very excited to do that work with you. So that's opportunity one, of course. Now, that's right now. We need to get on it. We're here to work with you and to get those aircraft upgraded. To plan for that future demand, of course, we have been investing in building out our Gogo 5G product. And Gogo 5G, our network is done. We're ready to go with that. And it's the first and only 5G aviation network in the business today. And the only way you can call a network 5G is it has to be end-to-end equipped for 5G. So this network, and again I mentioned the amount of aircraft that fly in North America, this is an opportunity for those customers, those decision makers that want to invest in more for their aircraft. This is going to be available to add to the advanced platform. Again, the advanced platform is foundational, and the advanced L5, which over 2,200 aircraft, will then have the opportunity to add 5G to that. And this is a separate network from our licensed network that I just mentioned, and this network is done. It's ready to go. I'm also announcing today at the show, when we put out press this morning on this on the Newswire, that we are now going to move to Canadian coverage for the 5G network, and we're going to start that build out this year and complete it next year. So that's one of our big announcements at the show, is 5G Canadian network. 5G is now a matter of months away. The data centers are done, the aircraft antenna is done, certified, and many of you have been installing that on aircraft in a provisional aspect for 5G, as well as STCs are in full motion. The entire network is ready to go. All that we have left is a minor amendment to the LRU, the X3 box that goes alongside the L5, and we are ready to go at the end of this year. So a tremendous opportunity. One of the things that I want to announce at the show today is, in preparation for the customers and the demand, I think we all know that directors of maintenance love predictability. So Gogo is announcing today that we have 2 new rate plans for 5G. One is the 5G unlimited non-streaming plan, which will be priced at $49.95 for customers that install their product, the 5G product. We also are announcing the unlimited streaming plan for $9,995. So these two plans, full predictability for our customers to invest in 5G and bring that new performance to the aircraft. At eBase last year, Gogo also announced that we are going global with our connectivity solutions. And this is going to be the most disruptive global LEO satellite technology and service in the market today. And the reason I say the most disruptive is because as it stands today, there is not a single high-performance satellite solution out there that allows it to be installed on everything from a King Air to a BBJ. And this product will be available to do that. And again, with the AVANCE Foundation, every AVANCE L5, every AVANCE L3 can add global broadband, or we offer a standalone solution with our smart cabin system to bring this connectivity. For all AVANCE-equipped customers, it's power and Ethernet down to the LRU from the antenna that you mount on the fuselage on the aircraft. It's a tremendous opportunity for us and you as our partners to equip the customers that need that global solution and have a mission that flies outside of North America predominantly. Our partners on this are OneWeb, and OneWeb recently completed just a matter of weeks ago their entire network. And while I joked about taking your phones, if you want to take a quick screenshot of this or write this down, this is the website that shows the complete constellation for the OneWeb network, and it actually looks like this. You can see from the website link that you go, and I should put that back again. Anybody want to take that down? You can see from once you go there that you can move the globe or the Earth around and see all the coverage and where the satellites are and the completeness of it. And that's real time when you go and log onto that website. Our antenna partner on this is Hughes. So with OneWeb and Hughes, we are pulling this team together to bring this most disruptive technology to the marketplace. And we're very excited to work with such predominant and longstanding companies in aviation. So I'd like to invite up a few of my colleagues here. So I have the honor to work with an amazing team for the aftermarket, and Russell Atochitz is part of our team, Brandy Roberts is part of our team, Andy Fernandez, and Chad Ostertag. And now you guys are all out of position. Okay, you're good. I think we're good here. All right. So the reason I asked them to come up here is, first of all, to recognize these are the boots on the ground, the people that work with our partners to work alongside our customers and bring our products and certifications to market. A lot of times you see them individually, but they don't get recognized in front of the crowd. One of these days I'm going to hand this thing off to one of you, and you can do that. So again, back to the idea of now and next, right? So the AVANCE L3, Chad is holding. The AVANCE L5, Andy is holding. And you guys should be, hold on, let's just move you over here. All right. So this is now. Over 3,500 of these systems are in the marketplace today. We have over 3,000 classic air-to-ground systems, the ATG XXXX, that need to be upgraded with these problems. Russell has the X3 and the new antenna that goes on the aircraft that works alongside the L5. This is just about done and be ready to install an aircraft completely and finalized with STCs by the end of this year. And Brandy has what's next with the global broadband antenna that we have developed. This is all self-contained. Can go with any of these units over there with Andy or Chad, power and Ethernet, and now you have global broadband in the aircraft. So airs all the way to BBJs, a tremendous opportunity for connectivity solutions, high-performance connectivity solutions, and thank you guys for coming up. 1 second, let me stop. Could I ask the Gogo team to stand up, please? So we have a bunch of folks here. We are extremely grateful for the partnerships that we've forged in, heck, Andy, how long have we been doing this? 30 years? 30 years. We are extremely grateful for the business that has helped grow our companies together, and I just wanted to allow them to thank you, and a round of applause for the Gogo team. All right, so Aviation, this is foundational. Over 3,000 airplanes need to be upgraded. Gogo 5G. What's next, but it's right around the corner. We'll start delivering these products at the end of this year, and I know there are lots of airplanes that are installed today with provisions for 5G, and the STCs are in full swing. Global broadband, it's really what's next from Gogo in the standpoint of a total global solution for in-flight connectivity at high performance. So our company's on a journey. I've had the blessed to work with this company for over 13 years now, and I can say in the 13 years, certainly been on a journey growing this business. But that could not have been the case without our partners. So we are on a journey together, and we look forward to upgrading, to equipping the unconnected, and moving forward with high-performance solutions and value performance solutions for our collective customers. I'd invite you to stop by our booth, which is 906, and let's begin the 2023 New Product Introductions. Thank you.
Aero-News Network's coverage of the 66th Annual AEA International Convention and Trade Show, live from Orlando, Florida, is brought to you in part by the following sponsors: